What's going on, guys? God bless you. Carlos here with Serranos Mobile Detail in Dallas, Texas. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. It has been a hot couple of weeks here in Dallas, Texas. So it's been a scorching hot out here. So we've been having nothing but heat advisory for the past, I think, 2 weeks. We kind of, with the index and humidity, we're kind of feeling like 115, 120 degrees. But today's video, guys, hopefully it's a educational video. I think some people have asked me for this type of video. I have just not had the chance to do it. But in today's video, guys, we are going to be learning my paint enhancement process, right? What's that cost? What's my process when I do a paint enhancement, right? Why so much, right? That's a question that we get asked a lot as detailers. Wow, your price is so high, right? That is something we're going to be talking about today. So without further ado, let's get this video started. All right, so the first thing we are going to be doing is cleaning the wheels and the tires, right? Today we're going to be using Drive Auto Appearance Evo wheel and tire cleaner. This one is a non-acid, so it's safe on all the wheels. You can't dilute this one, I don't think so. I've used it straight. But I gotta be honest with this product. Whenever I bought it, right, I honestly didn't know how to feel about this product. So I'll be honest, I used it a couple times and then I literally just put it to the side, and I never used it again, right? But recently I was like, you know what, I already paid for this. Let me keep working it and seeing if I like it, right? I'll keep it very short. Today, after a couple times using it now, I have actually really enjoyed it. I think for me, it was whenever I sprayed it, like I didn't see like the sutsiness, I didn't see the browning, right? But whenever we came to clean it, you can definitely tell the wheels were clean, the tires were cleaned as well. So for that, it does work, right? But you don't visually see it in a way, if that makes sense. But the product is working. So that's what we use today on the wheels, on the tires. I also use this like on the fenders, and then on the backsplash, I think they call them, where all the mud kind of hits them. I put it on there as well. After we clean the wheels and the tires, I usually do my pre-rinse, right, just to get the car wet. It's literally 9 a.m. and this paint was already scorching hot, right? So we want to make sure we pre-rinse, get this paint at least as cool as possible. Obviously, it's a little bit impossible when we're outdoors, right? But we're doing our iron decontamination stage. For this part, we're using the Adams iron removal, which is the orange one. As always, you guys know, it definitely smells, and there was definitely iron in the paint, which I forgot to showcase, but the floor was turning kind of purple, and that's the color changing of this formula. Is it starts orange, and then when it hits the paint, it ends up turning purple. When you see purpling, that means that it's working. So that just pretty much says that there's iron particles within the paint. Next is the strip wash, right? For the strip wash, we are using Drive Auto Appearance, and I always giggle every time I say this, is the Bucket Naked Soap. This is the strip wash, right? This is the, it's very important for you to do all these steps to ensure that when you come and do your enhancement, everything is gonna bond to the paint really well. As well as you always want to make sure that your paint is flat, right? Prior to doing anything this way, you know, we know that everything is off the paint and you're putting a fresh coat of wax. Kind of how I see it, right? So that's what we use on the paint. We use bucket naked on a foam cannon, and we also have it on our gallon, on our bucket, I'm sorry. There will be a in-depth review on the new MJJC foam cannon that I have. This one was sent graciously by a follower, and he sent me two. So there will be a dedicated video on this. That's why we're not gonna put much topic on it. But there will be a giveaway. So I'm giving you guys a heads up on this foam cannon here that you are seeing. I gotta say, I have enjoyed it. Bastante, bro. Lo bueno que estás adentro del trailer, pero no hay mucho. How you doing, sir? We just got a new puppy, so welcome to the family also. But really quickly, we started with a protected paint. This paint had some sort of protection, nothing major, and that is one of the reasons it's very crucial to do a strip wash, because we want to remove every sealant or wax that the paint could have, so that whenever we do apply the new product, we're gonna have just a much better bondage to the paint. Now, before we continue this video, you probably are wondering, how much is this package? So whenever it comes to a hand wax, the total price on this, then we're just talking exterior only, that is $300, right? Now, a lot of you guys might be thinking like, what? There's no way you're getting paid $300. I don't get customers to pay me this much. Every area is different. Your presentation is different, right? The process to achieve that goal is different, right? For me, $300 is very fair for the amount of work we put in, right? One thing I didn't mention was we also clayed this paint. So we did a decontamination, we did a clay bar, we did a strip wash as well, and then we waxed it, right? So we took the proper steps to ensure that at least this product seals for the next 6 months, right? Give or take. Sometimes it's less. With the proper maintenance after, right? This can definitely last longer than the 6 months. They say maybe a wax stays on, right? Of course, there's many people that's gonna be on the comment section saying wax is dead, waxes doesn't last. We get it, right? But there are some customers out there that love waxing their cars. I love doing that, right? But I know a lot of people nowadays, the professionals always say, oh, wax is dead, you shouldn't be offering that. That's a waste of time. But there are customers out there that really enjoy just that process, right? Now, you will get prices from $50 for a hand wax up to, obviously, like my pricing is $300. Maybe there's somebody out there charging more than what I'm charging, right? But I feel at $300, it is very fair for the amount of work that I am producing to get the results that we want, right? Especially when working on a black vehicle, it's very tough, right? But no matter the color of the vehicle, you set your price and make sure you do it correctly, right? Now, there are customers that say, if I can just take it to the local car wash and they're gonna charge me $50, why are you charging $300? Like, that's outrageous, right? I come from a car wash background. I did it for 17 years and I saw everything in that place, right? So for $50, you're literally just gonna give a car, they're gonna pass it to the tunnel really quick, right? In order for them to finish this car in 30 minutes, as to my 2 hours and a half of process, is drastically different, right? A car wash is gonna charge you $50. They're gonna take 30 minutes or less, so they're gonna run it through the car wash. And then they're gonna put it to the side. They don't even clay it. They literally just grab the wax and the little palm sanders, and they get to town on it. Nothing wrong with the palm sanders, right? To me, it's the process. And the more I did this, I started understanding more of, oh wow, I've been doing it wrong all along, right? And I was charging $50 as well, but I was under the impression of what I was taught at this car wash until you start realizing that there's more steps to this, right? Then after then, I raised my prices a little bit to 100, and then 150, then 200, right? And now we are at $300 for this process, right? To some, this price might be a lot, right? To some detailers, you guys are probably saying, there's no way I'm gonna get paid this much money, right? But if you trust the process, if you trust what you're doing, you're gonna get there, right? This is all a journey, like I tell everybody. So this price is 300, or this process is $300, and it goes through this extensive process that you guys are seeing. Is that so? We're gonna do a lot of things to it to achieve really nice results, right? But I know a lot of people say, man, that's a lot of money, right? Just for a wax, right? But at the end of the day, you got to put your time, you got to put your everything into consideration to build the right price for you. For me, in my market, $300, I have had zero customer complaints on my price. I have had some that say, wow, that is so high. But they are, after I explain to them what we're doing to it, they're like, oh, okay, now it makes sense. There's more stuff you're doing to it than just waxing a car. All right, once we finish everything, I've gone ahead and dried the vehicle. We have blown the vehicle out with the Max Shine mini blower to kind of remove any water excess. And now it is time to do the paint enhancement, which is the hand wax, as many know it, right? We're gonna be using the new Max Shine Reaper, which shout out to Max Shine for sending it to me. I had no plans on using it because I really wanted it to be on the shelf. Unfortunately, I let a detailer borrow my M15 Pro G, and I had to pull out the Reaper, which I was a little bit bummed out because I really just wanted the Reaper to stay on the shelf. But we're using the Max Shine Reaper. We're using Coach Chemi P301, that is their purple one, is their micro cut and finish. We're using the Rupes yellow. The paint was a little bit not in the best condition, so I used a yellow foam just to kind of get a little bit more like cut. Not a lot because it didn't do much, but at least it gave it a better look on the paint. One trick I love to do when I'm doing my waxes is you'll see me pretty much have a towel. I'm coming in with DIY ceramic gloss, which is my most favorite spray sealant that I have. And then I spray it on my towel, and then I go in and pretty much buff off the wax. By doing that, I feel like it's giving me we're removing the wax, but as well, it's also leaving that nice finish. Flip the towel over, and we have that nice gloss and that nice slickness. All right, we are finally done with this truck. Overall, it took us about 3.5 hours, and then the customer wanted the inside done, so I ended up doing the interior as well. So the total of today was $450 for the hand wax plus the interior to get a nice blowout, a nice vacuum, conditioning, and so forth, right? So unfortunately, I have forgotten that they wanted the interior. And when I finished it, they were like, hey, did you end up doing the interior? And I was like, oh my God, I'm sorry. Like, I thought we just wanted the wax. But problem was solved. It didn't take me no more than an hour for that. and then we were good to go, right? So I hope you guys kind of enjoyed today's video of the process that I go through to just get some amazing results. Overall, the condition of the paint, you will still see some light scratches on there. The only way that this truck would look better is with a paint correction. Don't ever confuse a hand wax to a paint correction. As well, a hand wax should be something that you can get done in about 2 hours or less, right? Because it's a fast process. And a paint enhancement, that's pretty much what a wax is we are enhancing the look of the paint, right? We're not correcting, we're not removing swirls, we're not removing scratches, nothing like that. All we are doing is just enhancing the look of the paint. And I always say it's a temporary enhancement, because with time, everything is just gonna come back, right? So always be very transparent with your customers. This is not a paint correction. You have to be very thorough and explain everything to your customers the right way. This way, there will be no confusions with your customers, right? But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it was maybe short or maybe too long, but if you enjoyed this video, definitely give it a thumbs up, or even give it, hey, you already guys know, give it a thumbs down. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. We'll catch you guys on the next one, and God bless you.